human beings legit being destroyed, limbs legit flying away, blood being everywhere. Because if this legit is gonna be happening, it's gonna be so bloody, it is gonna be such an extreme thing to be seeing. Hey, what's up dudes, today boy GenNot is coming back with a new video on my channel. Hope you all have a wonderful day. So today I want to talk about the epic debate that broke the web literally. So it's about the 100 man versus 1 gorilla discussion, and I just want to give my opinion as a qualified gorilla expert. I'm not being sarcastic, but before I go into that, I want to actually take a look at the poll, and the poll is basically about the same topic. So I basically asked the question, who would win in a fight, 100 humans or 1 gorilla? And the majority is saying that the gorilla would win. I find it so mind-blowing. So many people are glazing for the gorilla because I 100% think 100 humans are gonna win against 1 gorilla. The discussion would have been much better if it would have been, let's say, 20 humans versus 1 gorilla. I honestly think that would be pretty fair. Or maybe, let's say, 10 gorillas versus 100 humans. There's no way 100 humans are gonna lose against, let's say, 1 gorilla. That is legit what we're talking about here. But it all started with this original dude basically saying that he thinks 100 people could beat 1 gorilla if they're all dedicated for the fight. But I even gonna take this a level farther. I think 20 dudes probably could take down 1 gorilla. Maybe now someone is screaming at the monitor calling me crazy for that, but I don't believe the gorilla is really gonna do well against a group of humans. Obviously the 20 dudes need to fight as a group. They don't need to go 1 versus 1 against the gorilla, because I think that's not gonna end well. Maybe even then the stamina is not gonna hold up for the gorilla. I know a gorilla is massive and strong, but obviously it doesn't have unlimited stamina. I think people really forget that, especially when you need to fight a group, because obviously you need to harm multiple people. You can't really sprint to the finish line. A gorilla is not gonna slap like 50 people at the same time.
Who would win in a fight, a gorilla or 100 men? All right, let's break this down once and for all. Well, a full-grown male gorilla is an absolute monster. It can lift 2,000 pounds, has a bite force of 1,300 PSI, and is up to 9 times stronger than the average guy. But here's the thing, gorillas aren't built for long fights. They're like sprinters. They explode for about a minute and then they gas out hard.
So this gorilla expert is basically saying the same stuff that I was saying earlier as well, that obviously the gorilla can't hold up for a long time. It doesn't have that stamina going on. Maybe it would destroy like humans for, let's say, half a minute and maybe smash like 5 or 6 dudes apart or something crazy like that, but it wouldn't do that for a long time. I don't think we're ever gonna see 100 humans against 1 gorilla. I think it's even crazy that I need to clarify that, because they're basically some young children that think this is gonna be happening. Let me just say, there are so many rules that are gonna be broken if legit that is gonna be a thing, and Mr. Beast 100% is not gonna do that, because Mr. Beast is not gonna record human beings legit being destroyed, limbs legit flying away, blood being everywhere. Because if this legit is gonna be happening, it's gonna be so bloody, it is gonna be such an extreme thing to be seeing. What you see here right now is a simulation of 100 men fighting 1 gorilla, and I just need to say, this is the biggest cap I ever seen. The person that made this simulation is 100% glazing for the gorilla, because in the simulation itself it shows that the gorilla eventually wins against the 100 humans in the simulation. And if you actually take a look at the simulation, so many people in the background basically not doing anything, just throwing their fist in the air. It's obviously really unrealistic. In real life it would be such a weird event to be seeing, so much terror, people are trying to run each other over, people are running everywhere, people are screaming, people are trying to escape. Maybe it would be like a group of 20 people actually trying to fight and trying to team up on the gorilla, and I just think the first person that tries to attack the gorilla is gonna be an example for the other people to be screaming and trying to run away, because the one person that tries to 1 versus 1 the gorilla is obviously gonna be broken broken apart, his limbs are gonna be everywhere, blood is gonna be everywhere, and everyone is looking at it with just terror and fear, and people are trying to say after that, oh, I'm just gonna leave this show, I don't want to do it anymore, it was just a prank, bruh, or something like that. But the best strategy would probably be a group of 20 people trying to group up on the gorilla. Maybe have like 5 or 6 people grab one arm of the gorilla and the other arm, and just have like a group of 4 or 5 people trying to choke out the gorilla. Do something like that, do some teamwork. That's the biggest chance of survival. I mean, it sounds like Gladiator. If you watch that movie, teamwork is the biggest chance of survival, or something close to that. Kind of side note, I really like the sound effect of the broken bones in the simulation. I mean, that sounds kind of messed up, but I think you know what I'm talking about. It kind of sounds funny. But even in the simulation here, you can see that the gorilla is struggling when all the men are trying to grapple the gorilla. Just imagine 100 men trying to grapple you. I mean, that sounds kind of gay, but I think you understand what I'm trying to say here. It's gonna be really hard for the gorilla to try to grapple 100 men, or even try to resist that, because it's so much power, so much pound, so much fat, so much muscle. We need to really work as a team. I'm gonna offer myself up. I'm gonna be the one that is gonna be last in battle, of course. I'm gonna watch everyone being slaughtered, and then your boy is really gonna try to grapple the gorilla. Let's hope the stamina is gone by then. I promise, this is the last simulation of one gorilla fighting 100 men, because this one actually shows the man winning at the end, which I do think is the most realistic. What I said again, I'm on team man. I do think the 100 men are eventually gonna win, but it's definitely not gonna be a pretty sight. There are gonna be many people that are gonna be basically ended, many people that are gonna be injured for life. It's basically gonna be a massive bloodbath. If we're gonna be honest here with each other, it's not gonna be a pretty sight at all. I think at least, let's say 5/10 men pass away, especially the first group of brave men that try to fight the gorilla, because obviously it is much stronger than your average human, but it obviously cannot do that for a long time. What the experts said in the beginning as well, it is probably gonna have like a small rage moment and just smash, let's say 5 or 10 humans, but after that it's just gone. It just doesn't do that for a long time, at least what I saw from all the experts who were talking about it. But what do you think about the situation? Who do you think would win this? Leave it all in the comment section. I just hope I'm only gonna have responses saying that humans are gonna win, and I'm not gonna have one person say that the gorilla is gonna win, because I'm not taking you seriously, because you're a troll. There's legit no people that legit think the gorilla is gonna win. I just don't understand it, bruh. You really think the gorilla is some superhuman animal? It's like a King Kong or something crazy like that. But having said all of this, press the like button, get subscribed, and I will see you all in the next video.